I think it was a really good show tonight. So my favorite part of my favorite picks for tonight is they also won the Parsons ticket he was going to for the second round for King Zedwin, who will be facing Cody Rhodes. So we will also like just a breakdown of Raw tonight. So this was amazing of this. Like, so actually with this rivalries for a long time, I think. So if you want to subscribe any channel, if you want to subscribe to the channel, so to get one membership and one membership that my love application below on my screen below is so much more. So let's go a breakdown of tonight's Raw. So I'll go with I'll say 8 out of 9. So Waltman was a really great show. I'll go with 8 out of 9. So speaking of Liv Morgan wants a title shot. So I wasn't after the announcement shots of big top superstars was has arriving at the area. After Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio made their way to the ring, and we saw a quick replay of Liv Morgan taking out Nikki Bella from last week. So I think Liv Morgan talked a lot of trash about Nikki Bella and begging about her was award cup punishments. I think it was a pretty scandal with just her promo. So I got a promo on my microphone. This was a real promo. Until you see call out a guy, it was because if he wants a rematch for the title, it only took a few seconds. So it was before a guy was so up and possibly it turned into a fight that ended with a guy to sending both Liv Morgan and Dom is outside the ring. And it is clear. I believe that Morgan is playing Personal has the next dinosaur. After this was a cookie color. After between Joe Smiths was good, and that helped get to the feud out of the way. Was going, but they after was they were to make the storyline feel independent. So I knew with going with Corey Graves was fully in for Pat McAfee this week. I just the audience wait for the babyface to get a pop. It's to tell either a hit to set up or give a local sports teams and the standouts. I knew with having Liv Morgan may just counter walk before a Skype versus him to the title for a single second, and you made her look very stupid. Okay, this does not make any sense. So, I just love this part, the assessment of Liv Morgan and A.S. Guy. So, I just love this book, it just isn't what the first team want to put the storyline and go, I think. So, the next match we got, now we know, we take on Steven Fakir, we take on Raquel Rodriguez, and we take on Asuka. I just a women's top division continued to be highlight. After when Asuka and Naomi Raquel Rodriguez in Raquel for a quarterfinals match in the Queen of the Ring tournament, and Asuka and Raquel from a also temporary illness to take out Raquel Rodriguez and Naomi before they squad up for a fight. After we return from a break to see Steven Raquel taking it to a emergency spin and little while was a twirling the piece into Asuka tied to put her in a hold submission. After the match was lasted through and 2 commercial breaks. I thought they had plenty of time to work. All 4 women had their moments, but it felt like Anya with Steven Raquel was the focus a bit more than anyone else. Besides, yes, it was a performance from everyone involved. The biggest component had more to do with how they were spaced out for the commercials than anything that happened inside the ring. Until Raquel Rodriguez was about to get to the win when Rhea Ripley yanked her out of the ring at the hit, and she rolled her back into the ring so Asuka could hit a running hip strike for the win. And the winner of this match is Asuka. Argue with WWE should have left has Asuka, so I would spot as a mystery entrance so her return effect more independent. I was spotting it with a graphic for the tournament brackets and in the most lackluster way to bring someone back from the hostage. Also has National Asuka face paint was incredible. Entry with Steven Raquel and Dragon Screw leg and whip always looked abominant. After a running kick, now hitting Raquel as the corner was nasty. And speaking of Gunjo is next. After a quick basket assessment with Summit Day, and that I wasn't to be continue to the boarding just in the group. After with Gunjo came to Mossing to the ring to celebrate winning back some award heavyweight championship from Say also. After the ring Gasol said Say also was better man at WrestleMania but every overnight. Entry with Gunjo is startable and retardable just lead into what's next for the champ. But it seemed like the fans knew it before he did. That the crowd started chanting with his entrance, his name, immediately Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg is here. So I was the name before he came out to confident the recipient. He congratulated Gunjo before telling him he will be sizing him for the World title at Sunday night main event, maybe on July 12th. After this wasn't in sparkly the surprising assessment, I wasn't given how rumors or true have been falling around the spread for months. But at last it didn't. Overstay is welcome. It took less than 10 minutes to set this up. WWE may be going too slow with Finn Balor was leaving a Summit Day and Gadget will make a great point or Hasselman is in action movies and Son Whack could I just say some just did shots for him. So I wasn't only having one match was the fourth hour is ridiculous, I think. So in the next match we got Sadie McDonough will take on AJ Styles. After with Sadie McDonough and took on AJ Styles in a singles match. After with Dirty Dom told Finn Balor to stay backstage since he was unable to get set aside done against AJ during the recent. I wasn't in contact with Finn Balor and Project to agree with the season, but it was Cody mad. After with AJ Styles bought a size and Spanish advancing into this match. After so he was able to explode the piece in the early moments before the Sadie McDonough began fighting back. Also has Saliso went to a plate. After with Cindy hit a big dive into the timekeeper area, and after when we returned to Formula 1 was just began to amount some offense. After with Dom tried to help with a extraction, but it wasn't enough to own it by AJ Styles. He was from hitting the Styles class for the win, and with Finn Balor saved Dominic Mysterio from taking a final fall in Styles' post with the IC title to end the assassinate. I mean, also just it was a match that was good, but could have been was great if they had a little more time. And Styles and Jimmy Dunn also found chemistry in the first singles match ever. And the winner of this match, AJ Styles. I think it's so great that WWE went back to losing AJ Styles' old theme. The music they tried to give him recording was terrible. After with Sadie McDonough took a nasty bump, and when he sunk all over the barricade to take out AJ Styles in the timekeeper area. After he seen and find and continue to the match. After but it looked painful, so the way Styles became injured so the Styles class was very cool. The speaking in old rivalries was renewed. And speaking of, Bayley came out to the ring and gave this promo. I was about how she does what she does was a fans not for a toss on alcohols. And you see it said Becky Lynch taking her out before, but the man has only made her stronger. The man Garcia came out to respond and said the fans were happier to see her at Mania and then they will have been with Bayley. And you with Becky Lynch has agreed to undefeat the IC title against Bayley before taking a swing at her, and she missed. After so Bayley knocked her down and out of the ring. After with this segment was pretty straightforward, and they did a decent job. I was thinking of their match, but was doubtful anyone will be talking about the Apollos. I just said so. After with Becky was born Chicago Bills Gill and her husband must be supplied. So Wisconsin Cloud was not happy about it. After with Becky Lynch seems more comfortable, has a hair torn, and yet she needs to be. In next match got the Morgan we're taking on Kairi Sane. I just said the next match. So I was a fortunate the Morgan taking on Kairi Sane in a singles match. The single as Kairi Sane took the Morgan down into see Dominic grab her soles and walk out of the ring. So Ajit was rolled out onto the ring into appeal to be a legitimate elbow surgery, his solo injury, and Kairi Sane was just walking around and waiting for the referee to stick on the Morgan and her attempt to the soap went to the break. So after we returned to find out that the match was called off due to the Morgan break ankle, we ought not. Claiming this match as a legitimate injury, the scale. So we will keep us update a medical update of Liv Morgan. And speaking of Nick Aldis backstage, he told AJ Styles was backstage he will get an IC title shot at Night of Champions. He also told Bayley she will get an IC title shot from starting next week in Columbus. So here's the main event. So got Say also, Rusev, Sheamus, and Boston Reed. After this week, it was the main event. It was a quarterfinals match. It's a King of the Ring tournament with also Rusev, Sheamus, and Boston Reed. After with Rusev and Sami Zayn put up a lot of Sheamus and Reed. So also fought East or at ringside. So also was giving up a lot of size to the grind, the Boston Blue, and he has had his ribs has taped up to seal it easily. I just thought it felt like he was a big. I just said iconic royal in Boston Blue was only had their stand up before. Wasn't it rolling on is all with strikes. So obviously even true he was outrageous and overpowered by anyone else in the match, and he would say also still wasn't to stay competitive with all four guys was worked hard to make so, and yes, it was the best match of the night. I think with Braun Breaker and so up to prominent also from Henry Fox Press on Reed, but Sami Zayn and Penta has so up to fight him. I think with every night pushes possibly off to the top rope and allowed Say also to hit him with two big splashes from the top rope for the win. Andrew with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes and both sold up at the end of the show, in which Cody made this assessment. I was to put a bit too quiet in the middle of this match. Say also won the match. Agent with Beth, Kenny Cross, and Sami Zayn had a combinations with Fast Days. Agent with Wizard is to Garlic. It would be a great way if he could get his announcer song back. Agent with Michael Cole said Simmons and Rusev haven't been apart in almost a decade. It's almost like he is trying to make some of us feel old. Obviously, even true, Rollins was not present with Paul Heyman, still carried the Money Bank briefcase for some reason. Agent with Simmons was getting Reed up and holding him for several seconds. Agent was a positive show of strength in the final ward. Agent on Monday on Raw wasn't a perfect one of the male episode, but it had a couple of things well nothing. Agent said the women's top division was forced all over this show. Agent just not only did we get a couple of matches, but they were in focus of handful of the in-ring and backstage assessments too. So I was normally set a night with ended audio for Liv Morgan. Agent was into during her match. Agent with Kairi Sane to appeal to her soul on takedown. But we won't know how the soul is until we get this update from her onto the company. So Agent with Asuka was advising in the Queen of the Ring tournament and felt like the right call. Agent with Sparkly since Rodriguez has her own feud with Ripley to worry about. Agent with Styles and Jimmy Donut put on a fun show, but the King of the Ring about that show has a main event opponents in the most, the gentleman onto the show, the sundown between Big Goldberg and Granger was received as an idiot, but after we will have to wait a month for the title bout. I would say normally that the show has a whole field by an abundance of commercial breaks. It's hard to get invested in a match when you only get a few minutes of ads at a time. So, thank you for watching tonight's Raw review tonight. So, let's go to my YouTube gaming pool also at night. So, give me 1 second, in a minute. Hold on. So, let's go my check on YouTube gaming pool for tonight. So, Monday Night Raw was really great show tonight. I loved it. So that 100% liked the show tonight of Raw. Super percent is alright, and super percent didn't like it. So let's get my X poll. So give me 1 second here, guys. Give me 1 second. Hold on. So we got 3% liked it this show tonight of Raw. 3% is alright, and 3% didn't like it. So I was thinking about Monday Night Raw was a great show tonight. So this was really good. So my favorite segment, it was, so my favorite thing I like to see this wall. So my favorite segment was like the Morgan. So I get with ASUS Styles has a IC champions. Yeah or nah? So speaking of the 2025 Wally of Wrestling Draft, so it's got a little more respondable WWE Superstar, so I think we're going to step up to make a very personal announcement before it support the brand. I think for her best friend. And we'll set a last pick is a already draft. I get with the Morgan could not finish the match because he's got white solo and she got banged up. I also had results. Kairi Singh was declared as the winner tonight. So this was a really good show tonight. Andrew with Kairi Singh won with her match when Morgan has banged up his white solo right here. So we will take this medical update on hold. So Liv Morgan has sold 8 solo injury. Here's the opening seconds of whole match with Kairi Singh, and I hope it just is not too serious but the best, and listen to her on a speedy recovery. So this is my favorite part of the assessment. It was so my favorite assessment it was Bayley and Lana Fakir. That is my favorite assessment of tonight's Raw. He said, I get it's not personal and you just doing what was the best for you. And I just says no, and you win the title, do what's best for me. And Lana Fakir to on Bayley to respond to her. We just put the assessment and go. I think Sister Night WrestleMania back then, just like WrestleMania 41. I think, probably wrong, 100% so. So, I've been watching this while we play Liv Morgan has fallen down on her. So, in here with Kairi Singh hold her leg, and Liv Morgan has banged her right solo on her, and get medical staff let's check on her to speed recovery. I can be real. So do you pop when you heard the Gilbert music hit? So Bill Gilbert was a legendary. He was a WWE Hall of Famer. So he was came out since then. So he was a best Hall of Famer he has done for 2 years like WCW in TNA 2 years. He has done it for a long time. So Big Gilbert is back on tonight's Raw. So he might going to have retirement match into July 12th, Saturday night main event. Anya Will every night takes out Boston weed, says it also hits into in his spices on Boston weed, so also wins a 4-weight match. So he will be continue of the second round. So I want this tournament brackets. I'm going to the second round on this tournament. So here's my picks for the night. So do you think so about 12 years ago, is it really Undefeated Caitlyn to become David Sabian, kicking off her plastic 2095 days of August Spring WWE. So, into with Seth Rollins come out up to attack, say also, but Cody Rhodes makes it a save to help him. So, we will have to wait until for Saturday Night Main Event. Into the winners to 9 champions until June 28th. So I want to see Seth Rollins facing Cody Rhodes. I think. So just two has this rivalry between each other about a year or two. So this was a great match of tonight's Raw of Green Bay, Wisconsin. So Asuka is back to celebrate her return with this new t-shirt of Express of Tomorrow Asuka. So this was a good thing to have to bring Asuka back. So it's been about a year or two. It's been a long time, I think. I get with the Undertaker saying that Goldberg is losing the time his last ride and his retirement tour on Big Goldberg. He's been doing it for a long time, for a year. So this was about a long time. So let me see if come more here. So this was the best time about of tonight's Raw. So here's a new pack of this game of WWE 2K25. It was School O'Neil. It's coded in WWE 2K25 has a part of the Doink Advisors pack on 2K25. So I just ought to go. I just Market Return has a massive baby face, I think. I wasn't want to see Scott wasn't still live live. I just feel like live to Ripley if he was back. And he will live returns in teams with Ripley against Raquel and Roxanne Perez. I just said Ansley sucks, but Liv will bossy sign and get in a great story with his back very soon. So here's a more special announcement for June 24th. I just announced CM Punk and John Cena songs like WWE SummerSlam kick off live at Facet Fest this Saturday, June 24th. Get your tickets now so you didn't miss it. FacetFest.com. So, this is is more. Argue with a former superstar, Kamala and Corey Graves announced that the granddaughter of their second child together is a boy. So, says Bo could very climb to the ropes of the global top into the top rope. It says you're next, Gonzo. You're next to be World Heavyweight Championship on his waist. Into July 12th. I think. So let me see, come on more here. So Monday Night Raw was a great show tonight. So if you like Monday Night Raw tonight, this review, please give me a thumbs up for this review tonight. So let me see. Oh, that's Sonya Go. This is Happy Father's Day with his son. So I might be doing some more YouTube videos tomorrow night. I'll say tomorrow morning or at night maybe. So maybe we can get an update on that. So do you know Ron Curtis is the last really top star from the active era? Do you think he was part of the active era? I think. I was also be up there from the winners requesting and it is not the active era. I think should be. So Elizabeth Randy Orton is still it seems part-time and she has well. Seeing in Randy Orton on both active era for a long time. That's like Ace Styles, Heather King, Dwayne Sausage Rock, or maybe it's a very end of the Attitude Era, but I still don't know. And like Castle, him in Attitude Era wrestler, I think. So this was the best thing to have. I think should be. So, speaking of 14 years ago today, Sting started going into Madness the snap at Hulk Hogan and seeing his face with a red face paint. Honestly, Sting in I'm Not Done Yet, a performance of a lifetime. The Sting was starting to just form. I think just yet. Let me just say about 14 years ago. Starting today. So it was a great walk tonight. It was. So let me see on my notes here from any daily notes here. Give me 1 second. I've been putting this news in notes for part of the day. So let me see. So I remember Sting last and claimed in AEW where he said is headed to CMLL. Here's the last one. I was an update on Coliseum and AJ status and AEW news. According to it posted in his update on hold, calling it AEW status. It's been about a year. Obviously having not competed for AEW since back in December. Yes, now is update on Cardi Cia, the status website of permission. I'm just speaking on a live stream on her YouTube channel. Cardi Cia revealed that she's currently in Japan and the issues is resolved. So, annual 3-time AEW Women's Champion will be back in action for Tony Khan information very soon. So here's my notes I have done for now. So thank you for watching tonight's Raw. Tonight's. So let me see come more. Oh yes, more. Speaking of Kalisto, it says he thinks that Triple H was never a big fan of his character. They just character work. So it's like this. Speaking of Busted Open Radio, it's like the strongest man Mark Henry and Namath. That's what they said. Wait, it's more. After we have Thomas or so we have far away for WWE to add. And what's it called in-ring access to get Gregory Pogoin has seen Cody with King Queens as the ring tournaments. And with the sources told of these tournaments, WWE could add even more of them to their calendar. Here's what says new in. After it returning to WWE tournaments and probably be induced. We are bringing back Mae Young Classic. It's back again. So, after with Mae Young Classic, it's been the most. Let me see here. Mae Young Classic. Hold on. It's been back in 2018. So Triple H is gonna play coming to brought back Mae Young Classic this year. That's what he wants to do, just playing a Mae Young Classic to brought back this year of 2025. So this is best of this, I think, to be. After the college just says he will like to finish his annual insert summit day, probably, and that's all I will be asked. We are posting open radio. That's what you said, I think, in this tweet. So, do you guys want to see Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins go at it again for last time? So, I was glad to see Big Gobo is back on Raw tonight. I was shocked. So let me see. Come on more. So also at this point is still even a brand split very soon for Raw or SmackDown. So we might go to have Jerry draft maybe soon. or months, I think. So I watched this Let's Hit Replay tonight. I seen that show. It's on each channel. Let's Hit Replay. I seen it. It was a good match. Let's Hit Replay. So let me see come on more. So it was been a long time. I saw Wilson. It's been a long time with this company for a year. We haven't seen him about a long time. So we were doing live on this Wednesday on June 18th. So I may be back right here on this Wednesday for AEW live stream. And we will see you guys on Wednesday and more. So I seen a Pat McAfee show with Shaggy Raymond. So I seen that part in my notes. So let me see some more. Hold on. So which is a new mask for Oscar to create by me, by McGuire. So this was good, I think. So we still performance is not returning says yet, and see what we're having at USC at performance right now. So I will just let you guys know about that. So let me see a couple more. So when we bring back the visible global out of zero and the trial. So here's the Miz is that playing golf episode of Miz Golf for episode on YouTube channel is tonight. So it's been a long time with Miz playing Miz Golf on YouTube channel. So here's a new YouTube channel. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. So let me see a couple more, I think. It's Monkey East at Marvel House. So here's Seth Rollins, a massive jacket with her father and Seth Rollins with his son of Becky Lynch Dollar. Seth Rollins Dollar, I think. As he was at backstage. So we will find out this coming this Friday and more will be WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus be here just starting this Friday. I think to see Russo up on time. So I think about that, I think. So it's been a long time, I think. I think. So I'm gonna see Brock Lesnar come back. I haven't seen him about a year since then, I think. So as of today, it was 2 years ago today, but they also give a tribute to Roman Reigns and Jerry SmackDown. I guess what you're out of, and I'm out too. So this was about 2 years ago today. So it was an amazing thing, I think, to be. Hopefully. So, CM Punk has spent with the company since 12 years ago today. And CM Punk made his return to WWE at the Payback pay-per-view in his hometown of Chicago. 12 years. That's crazy since back in 12 years ago, about this year of 2025. This St. Paul spent with WWE about 12 years today. So it's been a long time with St. Paul spent with WWE for 2 years. He has done about a long time. So, BodySlam.net, WWE has no plans to use Rebecca Del Rio in any gimmick, just 0 cents. Rebecca Del Rio returns to WWE TV even with the temporary requests by call. So, do you think Rebecca Del Rio could be returned to WWE TV? I think. I was thinking about that, I think. So, Justin Rose been tweeting this out. It says, Gorgeous is retired. Happy where I am at 100%. That's like, so Justin Rose going to have retirement be coming up soon. So let me see. Let me just note of Justin Rose and his retirement. It says there's no management plans to retire just yet. So we have with AEW. He also announced that last year would be his last year in wrestling, but his slight changed his mind to decide to continue in his long career into the sport. So this is what he said. I think he wants to do for his retire. I think. So do you think Justin Rose could be with WWE with Cody Rhodes, Bolo again, has a tag team again? Or A or B, I think. So this was a lot of comment, I think. So let me see some more. So I'm gonna see a Million Classic tournament soon. So I also spent 21 Wrestling History today has debuted. So it's been about a long time. So Do you think it's more? I think so. On your very best days with so much having here with uplift bring to with that wicked reviews to help hold. I think but just storytelling as well, I think. So do you think so on your intake on Sunday on June 28th, WWE present their last point live event from Radio celebrate with 97's 2025 in the next 2 weeks ahead of the upcoming events soon. So we have a slight mystery who might could be into 97's. So we will send this out until 2 weeks. So it's been a long time, I think. So Jamie has 1 million followers on Instagram today on social media. 1 million followers. So thank you for watching tonight's Raw review tonight. Also thankful of you guys to support me in this review. I've been had the hard work I have done for years. So let's hit a 2,000 million subscribers on my channel. Let's hit 200 more. So this has been a long time, I think, I think. So Sami Zayn says the second King of the Ring is done. He's going to Adam Pearce to set up a match with Karrion Kross soon. I think, like he said. Here's Asuka and Cody Rhodes at backstage, and they've been tweeting this out. So this was the best thing to have. So are you guys ready for the next season 2 of NXT? Lesson for the Greats for season 2. I'm waiting for that. So let me see some more, I think, here. So also Moose today in that's at the play. He was a part of the spin of TNA. So Moose has a match tonight. So it's more announced for TNA starting this Thursday night. It'll be Sweet 60 in Canada and TNA worldwide. So we have Eddie Edwards, so you see when they got Matt Akajala, who's Mike Mystery could be. I think could be you can say his name. Probably Sahandri or Brock Lesnar, I think. Or it might be Paula Cruz. I think of with TNA partnership, I think. So do you think to see the guards might be signing to SmackDown? So here's Saul has a kid, and the guards with the top. I think about Team Avoiding soon, maybe Satino Mimata and Matt Ecuador. I think. Or it might be Mr. Laz. Or it might could be Ron Cummings. I think. So do you think can be sold up to Team A, I think? Because that much of it could be, I think. So it's Bebop by Bailey and Robert Strong in Mansfield showing at the fourth pitch at Portland Pickers home game. AJ returns to Seattle area for Dynamite on the cruiser on Wednesday, June 25th. And tickets are go on sale now. So into with Cody Rhodes hit that music into his entrance, he was moving down to the ring to sneak attack on Seth Rollins for last time. So do you think Cody Rhodes could face Seth Rollins again into Night of Champions or Saturday Night main event for last time? I think. So I will wrapping up right here, right now. So have a great Monday. And I will see you guys this Wednesday for AJ Dynamite. Is so much more. So have a good Monday. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next time. So we will see you guys live right here on Wednesday for AJ Dynamite. Is so much more. But this time, have a good one, guys. Peace.